Hello everyone, Scruffy Golden here. This is the second video in a series of videos where I show you how to install a no-compromise power plant in your travel vehicle. This one's going in my new hiker trailer, but the concepts apply to installing a power plant in an RV, camper, or van. In the first video, I showed you how to create a holder that would secure these batteries to the vehicle, and in this video, I'll show you why I went with Battleborn's GC2 battery rather than their conventional drop-in battery. Now, please note, I am not sponsored by Battleborn or frankly anyone for anything at this time. I bought these bad boys with my own money, just as you would. I am a fan of Battleborn. I've been using them for about 7 years now, and my enthusiasm is born from experience and usage of these batteries, not sponsorship. So with that, let's dive right in. Okay. This is the conventional battery from Battleborn. It's 100 amp hours, 12 volts, and lithium ion. And this particular one is one of two batteries I used in my original trailer build 7 years ago, and it's still going strong to this day. If you go to the Battleborn website now, I believe it's called a BB112, 100 for amp hour, 12 for volts. And this is the battery you will see in almost every RV, camper, or van build or build video. It's an incredibly common battery, and for a few reasons. For one, it was the first battery that Battleborn released back in 2017, but more importantly, the size and shape of this battery was meant to replace a conventional car battery. In fact, this battery falls between a group 27 and a group 31, which means it's made to replace a conventional lead-acid battery. And this is the Battleborn GC2 battery. It is also 100 amp hour, 12 volt, lithium ion. And this is one of the two batteries going into the new hiker trailer as part of the power plant installation in this video series. Side by side, you can already see they look different. In fact, even if I put this in the more conventional car battery pose, you can see they look different. And not surprisingly, they have different names. This is the GC2, and as I already stated, this is the BB112. The GC stands for Game Changer or Golf Cart, depending on which marketing you're looking at from Battleborn. But don't let that scare you. I think it's pretty easy to assume that because maybe golf carts are smaller than RVs, that this battery is somehow smaller and inferior to the conventional one, and that is just not the case. Every aspect of performance, every feature, every function is the same in both of these batteries. Okay. So why did I go with the GC2 when all I've ever used or known is the conventional battery from Battleborn? Well, aside from some curiosity, admittedly, there were two reasons. The first, and probably the most obvious, is the size and shape of this battery. This battery is going to be going into a pretty tight build. It's going into a new hiker trailer, extreme off-road 5x9. And this trailer comes with an optional fridge box. Now, the width of the box can only be so wide because the tongue of the trailer can only be so wide. But I got the box as tall as possible to hold the ARB dual zone fridge freezer that I planned on putting in one side. And that thing is a beast, so the fridge box is pretty tall. Now, both the GC2 and the conventional battery can be safely installed in any position. And in fact, even the conventional battery can be safely installed on its side or even up on its end. And it's not even as unstable as you might first think, especially when you put more than one of these together and strap them down. Even so, putting the batteries in this configuration just doesn't look right, and that's partly because of the awkward way you would have to wire these batteries. The GC2, on the other hand, was actually designed for multiple orientations. The stickers are even on multiple sides so that you can easily see the battery specifications regardless of the position of the battery. The first time I saw the GC2 battery, though, what really got my attention were the terminal posts. Notice how these are staggered versus in line, like on the conventional battery. By staggering the posts, it is possible to wire multiple batteries together in a straight line rather than with the large loops you normally see on these builds. By breaking convention and using Battleborn's GC2 battery rather than the much more common drop-in battery, I was able to use the space in the fridge box more efficiently, and I got a much cleaner installation without compromising performance. So I'm probably not the first one to choose the GC2 over the conventional form factor, but I haven't seen it for this type of use case, and it's definitely not common. And I think that's because it's scary to try something new. There's uncertainty in figuring out how something like this is going to go into a build, especially where everything comes together as tightly as they do in this build. But there is just no reason to hesitate. If this form factor and this wiring configuration work for you, don't worry about it. Every single feature, every function, every aspect of performance is the same between the two of these. Now, when it comes to wiring batteries, there are definitely some things you need to know, especially if you want to wire these straight across. I'll show you how to wire the batteries and the awesome built-in heating element that comes with them in my next video, so hopefully I'll see you there. And until next time, or until then, live without compromise, and I'll see you out there.